Here we go, guys. We're going to be doing the new X-Wing 2nd Edition Rebel Alliance conversion kit. I already did the Empire last video, and I gotta say I was very impressed with it. I got things sorted out. I've got cards and slickies, etc. It turns out I still needed to order a core set of 2nd Edition with 2 TIE Fighters, another X-Wing. Hey, you can't have enough TIE Fighters and X-Wings. They have the damage cards, the new damage cards, and the new turn indicators and markers are different. So I went ahead, I got that on the way to the studio. When it gets here, we'll do another unboxing for that. Now, as promised last video, I'm going to show you one of the examples of one of the boxes that I get on Amazon. Right, 15-inch. You can get these 12 bucks. There's other variations of these boxes. I really like these because they got the handle. They seal up and everything stays put in the compartments. You can take these out. There's, like I said, there's different configurations. It's turning out that the existing organizer that I've been using for the X-Wing version 1, I'm going to continue to use. It's going to work perfect. I can keep all the cards, all the markers, all the tokens, all in that one. And then I've got a battle foam that I'm going to use for putting all my ships in. Now what I'm going to do here on my bookshelf behind me here, guys, I'm going to divide it up into areas for the books and areas for my foams. I've got some 2-inch duct tape I've got on order. It's coming because I looked at getting a labeler, guys, for organizing all this. My X-Wing ships, my Legion troops, my new bolt action stuff. And I want to keep this one 720 bag, and I can transport anything in it. And what I'm going to do is eventually I'll have another shelf unit that will just have foams for my organization of all my different armies. And I looked for a labeler on Amazon, all online, and most of those labelers, guys, they can get kind of pricey. The cheap ones are junk. You get up above $100, and if you read the reviews, those things crap out after about a year. Then you're constantly buying the tapes, and from what I read on a lot of the reviews, those tapes that you can print the labels on, they don't stick after a year or less. The labels start to come off. So I thought, hey, Sharpie marker, white, well, it's a little less than 2 inches. You can get a narrow 2-inch white duct tape, take off a portion, stick it on the side of my foam. That way I can identify what's in the foams instead of pulling them all apart. I'm going to have some Soviet stuff I have over there. I have some bolt action. I have on and on and on. Then all I need to do is get on battlefoam.com, order the foams that I need for what I need to store. And the stuff that I don't store in foams is going to go in one of my 3 new Besta display cabinets, still on back order from IKEA. I'm going to call next week. I don't think they're going to be in anytime soon. Hopefully by the end of January at least, because I'm really itching to get those installed and start getting rid of these tables out here. And at some point, these older display cabinets I would like to replace with nice satin black IKEA display cabinets. But one step at a time. We can't do it all at once. So let's get to this unboxing. But that's the kind of stuff I ran into with getting these new kits and some of the new unboxings is I'm dealing with storage issues. I got to make sure things are stored properly, protected, cataloged, evaluated, and the stuff I really want to display, like the Star Wars stuff. I think one of those Besta cabinets, the one that I'm going to put below the TV as the serving table, I think I'm going to use that one for all my Star Wars stuff. All right, let's do the top down. Here we go. Let's get this thing open. And I'll tell you what's nice about these kits is even if like I had less than 10 ships, maybe 12 ships total, so it wasn't huge, but I got to thinking about it when I read the description of this kit. I'm gonna have all these extra pilot cards and the ability to play other types of pilot selections, which is a big part of this game, guys. I mean, a lot of it is coming down to list building. Like, is one of the assets, one of the facets of this hobby that I love. So these are the new medium bases. So we got that sorted out after last video. So in the new version 2, there are medium, small, and large, medium, small bases for some of the newer ships. So they go ahead and give you some new medium bases. I'm going to just keep those in the box over here on the bookshelf. Here's some of the medium markers or cards that will go on the bases. Actually, these are some for the smaller ships. It looks like the Y-wings. We got the new dials. Those are important because every class of ship will have its own dial, its own maneuver selection, which is important. Now, on version 1, each of the dials was pertinent to a particular pilot. These are based upon a particular class of ship, which is a good change. Now, I know a lot of guys were upset when this stuff got changed over from what I understand, but guys, it's all about making the games better. This is huge on the tournament scene, and apparently they needed to have the game have more depth. And with Mass Effect, is it Mass Effect? I think it is Mass Effect. The new game studio that's taking over the Star Wars games, they are going to make things much better because they have specialized in skirmish games. It was started by a couple guys that were in Privateer Press, so I think we're going to see more of a wargaming background management that will be better at building the future of war games. So I think we're going to come out ahead on this. I'm not going to cut this open. This is just the ship cards. They've changed them some. They don't have the numbers like we were used to seeing in version 1. And like I said, you've got all these different kinds of pilots to choose from, so you can have a killer list as you go forward. Now, a little teaser here. As we get past the first of the year, we get into some more Hail Caesar content. We've got a Roman marching fort build coming up. You gotta stay tuned to the channel for that. That's going to be epic. Now, recently released for X-Wing, guys, you may not have heard, maybe you have, they've got a new kit that's come out that will carry this game from a 2-player game to an up to 8-player game. So we can do mass battles here in the game studio. You know, one of my goals building that studio in the gaming hall was so that we can do group games. And I'm definitely getting that after the first of the year. It's out of stock right now. So yeah, as soon as it's back in stock, I have it on order. As soon as it comes in, it'll get shipped to me. But I'm really looking forward to bringing that to the studio. So it does help that I'm getting more TIE Fighters, more X-Wings. We'll get some of the fleet ships. I'll get what I'd really like to find, guys, if I go to Joann's Fabric and I can get a black fleece, 15-foot stretch of cloth with some little sparkly flecks in it for like the stars, and make that my background for Star Wars X-Wing battles. So here we have the different pilots. You got Wedge. Let's go ahead and cut into this guy, because you know what I'm looking for. So here we go. Looks like more Okay, it looks like, I'm not sure what this looks like. This is not. This was not in the other pack. Now some of these are upgrades. Some of the new upgrade cards. Like here's one heavy laser cannon, and the damage cards. Okay, so here we got more pilots. Another pilots deck. I don't know. We'll have to tear into this. The one I'm really making sure we have, because I have my Millennium Falcon over here, and it's the version 1 Millennium Falcon. I don't think I want to bother getting version 2 Millennium Falcon. It has the detachable nose ship, the escape pod. I don't really know that that's important to me at this juncture. As you can see here, we've got like Arvel Kryno, Queen's Green Squadron pilots. Alright, so these are your rank and file pilots, these ones. And then we go up to 5s, and 6s are rare. That's like a top ace pilot. They're going to cost you more in points, right, when you're building your lists. I just want to run through the pilot cards here. Oh, it's so good to have a place to play, guys. It really is. I've gotten so much into collecting and painting and building the last couple of years, and I haven't really played as much, and I'm really enjoying getting back into the rules, learning rules, experimenting with rule systems, and learning the strategy of these games. So far, no Millennium Falcon, but lots of ship cards. Oh, there was another 6, I thought. So 6s are rare. Like I said, those will be your hard to beat guys. Now let's go through this deck. It's using that kind of symbol. Now hold on now. We got some more here. And I don't know, let's go through them, guys. That's what this is for. You're experiencing this real time. I'm learning as much as you, and as I learn more, I will let you know on the channel in future videos. So we definitely have more cards here. All right, look at all the different kinds of ships. I haven't even scratched the surface of this game, and with Mass Effect, I hope I'm pronouncing that new game studio right. The new game studio that's taking over, based in Seattle. Here we go. Han Solo, bang. Class of 6, which means you will have the Millennium Falcon ship card in here. So that's important for me. I needed that. I was hoping that they didn't put him in with the Scum conversion kit. So that solves it for me. So every ship that I buy from this point forward will be version 2 ships. So we'll already have this. Now anyone that comes over here to play who's like me, got stuck with version 1 and needs some more pilot cards, etc. Okay, so here's a couple of, it says listening device, suppressive fire. Okay, so this is just like, so we have basically a couple of character cards. We'll have to put those aside. We're going to put those in Slickies for sure. Okay, so here, yeah, so here's some of the special abilities cards. So there's some extra pilot cards here. You can start to tell by the backs of the cards. So it looks like they've kind of mixed them together. So there's more pilot cards. We'll put those over here with the pilot cards. Han Solo on top, of course. And these are, okay, so this this emblem here, oh no. So it looks like a medal, like the medal that they were given in Star Wars New Hope at the end. So these are your special ability cards, like Crack Shot, Daredevil. Okay, so we need to separate those out. These look like these are heavy weapons. This says heavy laser cannon, which makes sense. The emblem there and on the back of the card is like probably, you know, going to be, these are going to be weapons upgrades, right? Weapons upgrades. Okay, so there's weapons upgrades. And these are going to be your special ability cards. Now let's tear into this pack. The skunky thing is, I wouldn't have to buy that new conversion kit. I could get the plastic turn guides and things like that online from Litco, which I may do at some point in the future. And they should at least sell you the damage cards. It's fine. I got a new starter kit. It's only like 30 bucks. I get 3 more ships. I'll get the damage cards. So in all, it's going to be a better value. So I can't really complain. So you got veteran tail gunner. So this would be for your like larger ships. Some of the ships that require. Oh, that's a cool one. Veteran turret gunner. Now that's looks to me like Chewbacca. So some of the ships will have turrets, right? So we're going to need turret cards. So you can. Oh, there's a chopper. So there's a droid that you can bring on your ship. So some of these ships will have. Like R2-D2, just like in an X-Wings, you're going to be able to bring droids that have special abilities. So that's really cool. So looks like the Rebel ships have more of this than the Empire conversion kit that I have. So, oh, here we go. I saw this on one of the videos. Bomblet generator. That's pretty sweet. So here's what they've done. Bottom line. They've just made this game deeper and wider, right? They had to add a lot more flavoring in the coffee, so to speak, for the hardcore players, the tournament players, right? To keep it interesting. And like I said, with this new game studio coming in, we're going to see a lot more expansions to this game. And Star Wars Legion and Star Wars Armada. Star Wars Armada. So here we go. Some more, looks like more heavy weapon selections. Yeah, so gosh, just goes on and on, all the different options and choices that you have. So it really, when you start going through this new conversion sets, proton torpedoes, right? So you can really get a sense of the depth of the game, the strategy of the game. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to be getting at Jo-Ann Fabrics either a black fleece, which that's what you want, guys. When you want the fabric, you go to a fabric store, you want to use fleece. I'm going to do a video on that to give you some guidance and my experience with getting into this whole making your own battle mats. I notice a lot of the new battle mats coming out of Deep Cut Studios, places like that. They're coming out with their whole line of battle mats that are made out of cloth. They're already pre-textured with the dry brushing and everything. You notice the grass mats that have become really popular the last 5-6 months. ESR Napoleonics, he has a line of grass mats. Interesting. So that would be good for certain, depending on what look you're going for. The advantage of doing your own, guys, is if you have a long table, 8-foot table, because most of these mats, the max you're going to get is 6x4, right? And some of us need longer mats, especially for the big group games. I got a 12-foot table. I need a 15-foot stretch of fabric, right? That's essentially 3-foot wide. I'm sorry, 5-foot wide. So I'm going to do a whole video on that with picking out the fabric. But zero right on in to fleece. Fleece is what you want. The felt, it's easy to pull. If you're moving your units around, it can catch on the fleece. It's not as smooth, or the felt is not as smooth as the fleece. The fleece, you have more options on textures, colors. So I'm going to get on Jo-Ann Fabrics online. Since now I know what to order, I can get on there online and have more selection. I can get the length I want. The width is preset. It's perfect. That's why I did the tables the way I did them. that width is perfect. I don't need to mess with that. And I need, 14 feet, 13 feet would even be fine, because I got the 12-foot tables. So just a little overhang. I don't even really need to have any much overhang. So I'd like to find something black fleece with light flecks in it, like Starfield, or I'll just get straight black, right? And I'll make my own flecks. Whatever, we're gonna find out. But I'll be bringing that to the channel here in the future, so look for it, and get a little guidance and some feedback on my whole journey with this whole switching over to cloth mats. Thanks again for coming along for the ride again today, guys. Hit like, smash that like button, subscribe, and get on over to my Facebook group, Alan Smith Hobby and War Games. You'll be glad you did. Ciao.